MashaAllah, very good number. By the way, this is streamed live on YouTube, but it will take you some time to find where it is in YouTube. The next time you will find out. So today we'll be talking about a programming language. Maybe you didn't hear about it. Did you hear about Wolfram before? You heard about it? Very good. What are you using it for?
I know, I heard about the Wolfram calculator.
Anyone else? Okay, so Wolfram is a programming language meant for people who are not really programmers. Yeah? People who want to do programming with a little of programming, and it has also the advanced side where the scientists, people can use it for many things. And you will see the language is very powerful. Made by someone, his name Wolfram. There's a tool called Wolfram Language. If you are in engineering, you will come across that one. You heard about something called Mathematica, similar to MATLAB.
Yes.
Yeah? So that's language is now becoming more popular everywhere. It has a competition from Python. You heard about Python? I think some of you program in Python. Python has applications and libraries that can do something similar to what this one can do. Knowing this language maybe will get you to think of other tools available around and how they can help. So this language is using artificial intelligence. It has very strong infrastructures and back-end and libraries of algorithms available there. So with one line of code, you can do something that will require 100 or 200 lines of codes just by using one line of code, because it's used algorithms in the back and libraries in the back. So to do that. It is scalable. You can do anything. You can do from small calculations to advanced application in artificial intelligence, robotics, and machine learning, and all those terminologies you hear about as well. And you can deploy it anywhere. It's not complicated. Deploying means you publish it. So you can convert to an app, you can put it on a web page with just one line of code. You don't need to do so many things. If you program in Java and other languages, to deploy it, you create a jar, you create many things to get it on the server so people can see it. This one, just one line of code you generate from and you can publish it and people can see that. Now, everything has advantage and disadvantage. And always in science, technology, you do not stick to only one thing and say this is the solution. There's nothing the solution. There are combination of many things can provide you the solution. And you've seen it in your life. So it has its own negative side, which is related to the owner of the language, the way he wanted to spread it to everyone. He's a very intelligent, bright person, but he has his own way to do it, and the business model around it, little bit not familiar to the people around, and it's not spreading fast. But it's a powerful language, but what we learn from here, you can apply it later in Python and other languages, which you can see. Productivity, again, going back, with one line of code, you can do many things with no complication. Now, these are the different things it can do. Productivity is something strong about it. It is algorithm-oriented, so built around algorithm. It can compute real world data. You will see later we will be getting real data from the internet and doing something about it with no time. So I want to know, for example, the speed of the internet and Arab world. I just write in human language. Speed of the internet and Arab world, it brings me the data, then I can put it in a chart and you will see it in front of you just in a second. So you can compute using real data, not really normal data. Scripting is simple, easy, and high level. In programming, when they say high level, doesn't mean it's really very advanced. High level means it's closer to human language in programming. Otherwise, it becomes machine language, which become very complicated and difficult to deal. So these are some of the things you will see it while we're going through the tutorial. How to get to it? It's online, everything online. You just go to wolframcloud.com and then you can register and then you start programming live. Once you register and log in, you will see something called notebook. It's built around notebook. In Python, there's something called Jupyter Notebook, which is similar concept, where you program everything on the web. So you get a notebook where you can put your note, your data, whatever, and you can program there. And then you can store your files. This is free, but if you want to get to advanced data, you want to use their rich data, you have to pay a subscription. But usually for the normal user who want to learn programming, who want to study certain concept, it helps without any issue. Now there are two keys very important in this language. These two keys are shift and enter. When you write a command and you want to execute it, you press shift, while your finger shift, you press enter. Then it will run the code. There's nothing called run there. So shift enter will do that. Run of the code. Now let's look at an example. The language structure in a way, I did this presentation on PowerPoint. Now when I put it on Google Slides, slightly different. So you will see three things. Now ignore this blue color thing, which I don't know where it came. The language is based on keyword or command. And every command must start by a capital letter. This makes it very easy to find any command. You just guess, think of any command, start with upper letter, it will show you if the command is available. And then you can go. So start by an uppercase command. For example, this is list. You know, list is a list of objects. Like for example here, list of integer. It can be list of anything. So this is a list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's a list. Okay? And you need those square brackets. That's the structure of the language. Every command in this language follow this one. A keyword or a command with a capital letter, then square bracket, and then the data that you want to pass to that command. So that's the structure of it. So it's logical, easy to understand. Now, if we look at this, you can store anything in a variable. So I have this list 1, 2, 3. I can store it in a variable called L or call it anything. The language is case sensitive, means lowercase, uppercase are different things. When you do the command and do shift enter, it will execute the command, and in this case, it will show you some options. And these are the options you will see here, which you can find the total of that list, you can find the mean of that list, the maximum. These options, it gives you by default, as soon as you do that. Sometimes it gives you different, depends on the thing. Now, if you want to plot that one, draw a chart. Plotting is drawing a chart. So you say L list, now you say list line. Notice L capital, line capital. List line plot. There is list plot, it's just dots. There is list line plot, it becomes a line. And you plot L, automatic, you will get a chart coming on the screen. So this chart became very easy to do. Imagine this data can be any data you would like to have. So that's how simple it is to plot data on the screen using this language. Now, if we want to plot a formula or any formula, so we have here, for example, x plus 5. You know, this is a linear. Yeah? So you plot it using data from 0 to 12. The range you can control. You can say from minus 100 to plus 100. It's up to you. And if you do that, it will plot for you the chart. So this one is the formula or the function that you want to draw. And then you will have, after that, the data that you want to plot it. You want to plot x from 0 to 12. And that's what we'll do the plotting on the screen. So you have seen, here we have seen this one, square bracket, which for the main function. For the data you're passing, you need to use the brace bracket. Okay? These two, they are different. You cannot mix them. So you need to be careful only with this. Now, you can use it to learn, understand mathematics. So you always do different mathematics. But sometimes when you visualize it, you understand it better. So if we did this question, for example, what is the main difference between these two polynomial equations? X plus 5, x squared plus 1.
This is linear.
One linear, one non-linear. What does it mean?
One is a straight line, one is a parabolic.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you just plot these two on the same graph, you will see them, how they happening and how that changed. So now you can do this. See, now we have two functions we're going to plot. This function, because we have more than one thing, this bracket comes in. You have to use it. So, function first, function second, and this is the range of data you want to plot it. And you just put it on the screen. You will find this is the original one, which x plus 5, and that x squared plus 5. You can look also at other things. Now, if you want to plot this one, same thing. What you do, you just add comma, and you put the third function. If you are engineering IT, you will understand this means to the power. Yeah? In other languages, you use star, double star, like Python. Okay? So this will do that. Now, when you look at them, the more is the exponential side or the power side, the more the curve start bending and going that direction. And this is what comes there. This is a linear, this is non-linear. and you later look at the differential equations. They help you to make linear to linear, and integration does the opposite. So you will find those things coming into the play. You can do some nice things with this language. So if you try random graph from 100 to 200, bring you some random graph like this, which keep coming on the screen. Now, the other thing I want you to know, if you now wanted to search for real life data, you want to find the real life data. So you do control, sorry, this one should be here, control equal. We'll do a live demo later. You press on control, press on equal, then when you do that, you will get this sign coming on the screen. Control enter. Then here you can write anything you would like to find data about. Okay? How many diseases, how many people have died because of heart disease in the United States, for example, or something. Any data you would like to find. It will go to the internet, find the data from a system and display. Here we're asking about capitals of Europe. When you do that, and press shift enter, the data comes on the screen. So these are the capitals of Europe. Come on the screen. This is easy. Now what we can do with it, if we use another function, and there are huge number of those functions, called GU list plot, and we use percentage. Percentage means any previous data you executed, it will replace it by the percentage. Now what we ask for, we ask about the capital of euros. So those capital of euros are now in the memory. Because I'm using percentage, it will be used to plot that. Then you do this, you get a map, straight, with all those capital cities. There are other options you can play with it, where you get the names of the city comes on the screen. You just look at the options that are available in that language. Now, other things you can, let's try capital of Arab world. You will get something like this. These are the capitals of the Arab world. There's one I tried because I was interested in finding the speed of internet in GCC countries. Who do you think has the highest speed of internet?
Saudi Arabia.
We will find out. We will find out. Now, when we do this, we get this data. We don't know who is. We know this. The highest one is 9.6 megabit per second, and it ranges. But who is this 9.6? We don't know who is 9.6. How we can find? We can ask about the names of those countries. Yeah. So we can come with another one. Here, say GCC countries comes the list. Now it comes a little bit not straight. You need to press there. Here is the list. So the last one is United Arab Emirates, the highest one. And you can see the rest. Saudi Arabia is 4.04, which expected to be high. Now I can plot those in a bar chart. And this is the way to do it. If I store the speed of the internet in a variable called I, or whatever I want to do it, then I can use something called bar chart. Bar charts, there are 3D bar chart, bar chart, the normal. Well, plotted, it comes like that. If I want to add also the names, I can do that. So you can do it this way. This is the trick to do it. You just get the countries and store it in something called C, and then use this function to get the list of that C. So I'm converting C to C, and then plotting I, which we have previously the speed of the internet, and then using chart labels, which this one, chart labels. There is chart labels, there is title, and you can do 3D as well. Just bar chart 3D, we will do the same thing for you. Here is, okay, the other interesting one, image processing, which very strong, this language is very strong in image processing and machine learning. We didn't get time to get into that. but you will see it's very strong. One of it, I did an exercise for myself. This is me. Yeah? But now, there's a command called edge detect. If you have an image and you want to detect the edges on that image, and sometimes that helps you to recognize the image. What is that image? And you can use a command called edge detect, and it will go and recognize. It looks very strange. There. There's another one called facial features. If you have an image and you want to analyze the images in that image. So just by running this one and adding the image, by the way, you can copy any data from the internet and paste it as the data that you want to process. So here you just want to Google somewhere, copy the picture, and paste it here. Now when you do that, it will analyze it, find you if they are male, female, what is the age, and then think like that. And also, are you happy? They are all happy. I tried someone, he wasn't happy. We can try him later, maybe. Okay. Now, you can use it to solve mathematical equations. You've been, I think, using MATLAB or something like that. This is similar. So if you take this equation and use solve. So we want to solve this equation, which is a normal easy equation to solve. And this is the equation here. You see equal is important, not one equal. And that is x squared plus 6x plus 5. And we want to solve x. We do that, you just get the result on the screen in no time. Now you can get the step-by-step solution if you want as well. Solving a little bit more complex, the same thing. Now we have two parameters or two variables we're dealing with, x and y, so we have to look for x, y. Yeah? Then you do that, you will get the answer. These are the things again, because there are two, as I said, you have to have the brace here and you need a comma in between. That will get you into the solution. So the solution is two solutions, because you have two variables, x equal 2 and y equal 9, or x equal 5 and y equal 30. This is the solution. If you put them there, it will give you the answer. Differential calculus things, you can do calculus as well. So if you want to do the d is for derivatives is d, so d x sine x divided by x squared, and then you get the answer, you know now, yeah, comes on the screen. This is the solution. So it can solve anything for you, just push it to it, it gives you the solution. Now we will say, what is the benefit of having it to solve it for me? I need to know myself how to solve it. Yes, you should know how to solve it, absolutely. But later, if you are in the lab and you're focusing on really analyzing and understanding the data you have, you don't have to spend time solving it. You just put it in the machine, it will solve it. Now you need to think of something more important. What does it mean, this data now? What I can do with it? Instead of spending time doing it manually, and maybe you'll make a mistake. But you need to know how it is done, so you can later use it. Similar thing with this, you can store it in a function. So you create a function, and you need this lowercase underscore dash is important. So function of x. Are you all engineering, or are some of you business?
Yes,
And you are mixed business, but you understand it now. Okay, good. It helps you to understand and see the math in front of you. So this is the function of x, and this is the function. So you can do this. If you do that, and you want to do differential equation for that one, and you want to plot the actual function, the first derivative of that function, the second derivative of that function, and see the difference between them. You can plot 100 of them, yeah? If you do that, You see how this is the difference. This was the original one, I think. This is the original one. This is the second one, and it became linear more. So the benefit of derivatives is make a complex system into closer to linear. Sometimes you cannot get to linear for some reason, but bring it more to linear to understand. So that's what it's doing. You can see the chart can tell you the story. The straight line came because of we do it 3 times. First derivative, second derivative, and things like that. You can do also the integral. This is the integral of that function. Whatever complex function, you just put it there. You don't worry. The computer will take care of it. At least it helps you to confirm that your data is correct. You do it manually, then you can see how it's done. Now you do that, and then you can get the answer. Okay? Now let's switch now to some maybe coding, live coding, and see how it will go. I'll go G here. I have to switch. Okay, so this is the language. I am here. Did I log in? I think I am on. So let's click here. I'll just give you how to start and how to find more. You need to start learning this way. You discover things yourself, not someone telling you. So I'm getting there. I am here in the language. And let me just start what we said. L equal list and bracket 6, 8, 9, 10, for example. And shift enter, it's stored. Now list, see when I type, all the functions come automatic. So I want to do which one? List line plot. I can go to list line plot and do that one. And say what L. Okay. See how this is how it works, because my data is not linear data, so it became something different. You can find any command you want to do. Let's think we want to do graphic 3D. Okay, this is graphic 3D. I clicked on it. I have no clue how it works. I need to see some examples. You will get just this small one here. You click, and then you will get here all the details, some examples which you can use. So this way you start discovering things. Like for example, this is the 3D, and this is interesting. Let's take something easy. A good thing, if you want to try this, you can copy it and bring it here. And let's paste it. Control. You will laugh that I'm a Mac user, so Windows sometimes looks to me crazy. I used to be. Look at this, when you draw a 3D, you can play with it. Now it came, it's very interactive. See, I can now move it around and look at it from all different angles. So it allows you to interact with the object after you draw it. Python can do the same. But you need a little bit more work, not straight like this. So this is the way to use the language. You start exploring it. They have so many tutorials around. If you click here, when you log in there, you will find tutorial. Okay? And this is the program structure. And you start getting some tutorials explaining to you all the different concepts. As you can see, you're not writing if statement, for loop. No, we're just executing algorithm. There's algorithm already there. You need to know what that algorithm you're looking for, and you can just imagine it by using just keywords. And then you run it. Now, you can do for loop, if statement, creating object, everything if you want. Yes, sometimes you need to do. If you're creating something more complex, you're doing so many things, you want to group it together in one function, or you want to do a control in it, you still, the language has all those controls in place. But 90% of the things you want to do, you don't need. create this things, okay? And you have so many different things. Now, on the image processing, for example, we looked at that edge detect, yeah? Or facial, look at the facial, should I do the person that I want to do? Now, when you do this command, you just do square, open square. You can go to the internet and find any image and put it here. It will analyze and tell you about that person, regardless of that person. So I can find maybe myself, so it become easy. Not to blame anyone else. It wasn't me that the one who wasn't happy, but I don't want to put anyone here that who may be not happy. Okay, let me take this one. Okay, so copy image. I go back here and Control V, and then close the bracket and do enter. I will disagree with it if it says something wrong. Now this takes some time to process because it goes to algorithm and do more things to bring the data. It's still doing something. I didn't find anything about me. Seeing that compiler cannot be found on your system, yeah, please consult. Anyway, there's an issue with this computer because I'm using the other computer. But anyway, this is one thing you can do with that. Now, if you want to do more, you can find about the documentation. Here, this is the documentation, and it has many things there. There's a video done by the owner of the creator of this language. It's very nice if you want to look at it. It's more inspiring of how the language works. Okay, do you have any questions? Yes?
What's the difference between this and MATLAB, for example?
This one more web-based solution. It's more integrated with internet, with other systems. The MATLAB is more for engineering specific. But this one is open for others. You see, business people can use it easily. You want to look at business opportunities somewhere else. If they want to know how many young people are in UAE, for example. So they want to start doing some business. They just can ask that question to get that data. And they start thinking about how that can help. Stock market, you can find the price of any stock in a second. And also you can look at some indicators, financial indicators, like if you know Bollinger Band and all those different indicators that help you to think how the stock is moving in what direction. It has that. It has business application. A lot health science. There are lots of health science application. It's not my domain, so I don't know it very well. But there are lots of artificial intelligence and machine learning. But again, there is no language that on its own. Most of these languages are getting closer to each other. You can do the same thing. But there is one easy to use if you want to do, for example, a mobile application, and this is the right one to do. One is good when you want to do scientific modeling, like MATLAB, for example. One is easy to use if you look at high level data. You don't want to get into the smaller details of how things done, something like this one. Python is now getting everywhere, becoming the language that bringing everything together. Okay, another called Wolfram Alva, as I said. Maybe some of you came across this one. And this one, again, the same thing. But this will give you the step-by-step solution. If you solve an equation, then it will go and give you step-by-step. how it came to that. You can try it also, it's very strong. You can see the application, they are the same thing. This one using Wolfram Language at the back end, but this without using any programming. So you see the areas that they are in. It's everywhere. Media, there's so many things on media there as well. If you are studying mass communication and if you want to look at that, there is in finance, money, computational science, calculus for sure, geometry is for sure, food and nutrition. So this using Wolfram Language. And political, geography, history, material, earth science, so many things, because it's growing every day in terms of the number of applications. So you can look at this. Any other question? You have you have to find a question.
Which way can use it?
I think one way, if you want to understand some physics or mathematics, you can put them here and start playing with the parameters, changing the parameters, because if you do it in yourself, it takes ages to draw and understand how that works. But you start playing with the parameters and seeing how the result comes. See, learning is more about observation and critical thinking about those objects. What does it mean?
So they make it for education purposes.
Yes, it's education. They made it for many purposes. One of the yes, for more. ما بعد أسئلة خلاص؟
لا روح عندي بالفرام صوتية الحين
شو بالضبط؟
هو بالاكونتنج بالاكونتنج تاكس الاكونتنج مالي
تقدر تجيب ديتا مش اكونت فاينانس
بدأت انا بيدس ما ادري بيدس صح؟ ابغى اخلي بيدس
You have to know what you want to do. It takes you some time to think how you can really use it. It does normal calculation, you don't need it. If you want to do a forecast or something, there are functions that do some forecasts for you. But you need to know what parameters you do.
هو حتى يشيك على الفائدة والخسارة ولا كيف؟
Modeling.
And for example, can the tree branch connect to one? That if I have a branch at A, the
No, see, this is not an information system. This is not an information. This is computational algorithm, something that can be some calculation or modeling. But if you want to link three branches, that's a different thing. Maybe database system, server. You need an information system that is enterprise solution. Thank you.
Can someone hack the system program?
They can have it, it's very secure. And then your data will not be stored. Modeling not saving the customer data.
Is this only bridge program that is
It's a programming language that is used to create programs. I've been main programming databases and we need to do something. You can use Python and use JavaScript. You can call it and Python. See all the
I know about this thing, but one thing I know is the previous version of the website used to have technical code, right? This was not technical code. It was like if you enter command or question, the answer doesn't show the way or bounds. I would be more interested in knowing how this has been solved. Yeah, that is something I need to know. And how much is it?
some of it you can just guess it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, so I think we're done. Where is that? Stop.